Alright, what is up, plant community? A green thumb here. So, I got some news, and it's not going to be news anybody likes. It's not going to be news that I particularly liked. But you know how I am. I'll give you guys, how it really is in the garden and gardening and just in general. So, Trachycarpus doing good. European fam doing good. Sable Miner over there is all doing good. But this guy, you can see he's looking a little rough. And let me show you some things. This was the leaf that was starting to come out. Died. Well, then I decided that I wanted to check the spear. I got home after going to court, which got canceled. I got a jury summons. This was a spear. I tugged it this morning. It felt really good. Then I came back, started weeding the garden, and the spear pulled. So, what do we do now? We have all these browning leaves, and this came from Northeast Ohio palms, and not by any means will I say that his palms are bad palms, because they're not. They're wonderful palms. All the palms I've gotten from him have actually been really good quality, really good palms. A Sable Miner over there has done wonderfully. I think what it is it just got too much water. And we've been kind of going in, and maybe it kind of shocked the plant because we kind of been going into this little thing where we've been going just a bunch of rain and then drought. And I watered them not too long ago with my water hose. I got to do a lot of weed eating. I probably won't get to it all in one day like I'd like to, but especially now with this palm, and this, when your fronds look like this usually means only one thing. That's fungal infection. So it could be just a lot of humidity. And we've been getting a lot of humidity at night, and maybe that's where I messed up, is because it's been getting foggy. I just maybe got in the crown whenever I was watering them late at night, and I was like, well, you know what, it'll be fine. So it could be that, or too much water. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put hydrogen peroxide where the spear pulled. This is my try and do hard method. I've used it on the Livistona chinensis, and it came back. So I don't know, maybe we can get this guy to come back, because I really don't have the money to get a new one. And what we would be looking at is, if this dies, is what's left here and what's left there to grow. Otherwise than that, yeah, I ain't got nothing. I could dig it up and replace it, but why when I got at least a chance right there? So, I don't know. Like I said, not down in Northeast Ohio palms at all. Love their palms, great quality palms. Highly recommend going there. If you live in Indiana and you want palms, I could take a similar climate to Indiana. So anyways, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get in this crown, and I'm just going to sprinkle some alcohol in here. And yeah, I'm going to make sure that that doesn't get into the soil. I'm going to make sure that gets all in that crown. Wait for it to bubble up. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in there with a cloth, and basically I'm going to clean that up. I'm going to dry it out. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of paper towel or whatever I got handy. And I'm going to get in that crown. Now, I don't recommend doing this with your hand, because there is needles on that and they do hurt. So, kids, because I know there's kids who watch my channel, don't do this. It's unsafe. I don't recommend doing this. I'm only doing it because of the convenience. But yeah, don't do it. Find a tool, so that way you don't hurt yourself. And same for adults, because I know there's a lot of adults who don't want to adult, and I'm one of those people. Sometimes I need, ow, just like that. Sometimes I need an adult. This would be so much easier if I was down lower. So yeah, I'm gonna get in there. I'm gonna get as much of that as I can. So yeah, I'm gonna continue to do this until I get all that out. Alright, so after getting stabbed about multiple different times, I did manage to clean out because you don't want that staying in the crown. And yeah, whatever's left, the wind should dry it out. It's really windy, and yeah, hopefully something happens. Like I said, I tried it on my Livistona chinensis over there, and it's worked wonders. Whether it'll work on the needle palm remains to be seen, but I do got that pup, so hopefully something happens. The only thing I could think of is really just overwatering or humidity, but I really think it's just overwatering and that water over there getting into the crown. So yeah, when it's really humid out, make sure your water doesn't get into the crown because you could basically end your palm. Now, originally in my video I said I was going to protect it. Probably not. I'm going to see what it does, and if the pups die, well, guess I'll just have to get a new one on my tax returns. But yeah, that's all I got. Kind of some sad news, depressing news, especially since I've been already going through a rough time right now, and your boy's struggling really bad right now because of everything's going on. But yeah, let's hope the pups survive this winter. If not, well, guess we'll get a new one. We'll see what happens. So we might get to see the pups go through winter instead of the needle palm. But, well, the pups of the needle palm go through winter instead of the needle palm itself. So yeah, otherwise than that, Tracky's doing fine. That's doing okay. Livistona chinensis, a champ. European fan palm really starting to take off. Sable Minor only lost one frond. That was an old frond. Guy is doing wonderfully. And that is another palm I ordered from Northeast Ohio Palms. Like I said, guys, check him out. He's got a wonderful selection of palms. Really do appreciate him and his palm selection. In fact, I'm thinking too that if the European fan palm doesn't make it, I'll probably replace it with one of his other palm species he's got. So yeah, and that's a Jobea? Yeah, I think it's a Jobea. And go from there. But yeah, sad news. But otherwise than that, guys, as always, keep it real and keep it tropical.